Good morning to you.
Hi, Andrew.
Long-term prognosis on Apple. I'm a fanboy, as you know, of the product. The question is, are you a fanboy of the valuation?
I am. I think that this is a understandable concern given Tesla's miss. Really hit home hard the point that risk assets are off right now. Companies that have been beating and exceeding are now missing numbers. If you look at, in aggregate, the stock that is most at risk with dollars at risk, it's Apple. So understandable what's happened with the sell-off here. In the midst of uncertainty, unknowns, is that people are going to protect their assets and sell Apple. But I still haven't answered your question. What's my view? My view on the long term is still optimistic. I think that this is debatably one of the world's greatest companies. And ultimately is that if we think about the December quarter and the March guidance, let me just take the near term for a minute here, Andrew. The December quarter and March guidance, at first glance, this may be a disappointment. Recall that in November, Apple warned that some production issues are impacting iPhone demand. That's somewhat of an unknown. You really need to look at the current state of the business in the context of the December quarter and their commentary about March, really putting those two together. And so let me, one quick final thought here is that I do want to answer your question, is that what's the long-term prognosis? Let's take the case that I'm wrong here, is that their business is not strong, that something is awry. Ultimately is that consumers, they may delay for 3, 6, 9 months, but they're going to come back. They're going to be upgrading iPhones, Macs, iPads, and I think that that's going to be something that investors can lean into.
So we're looking at $125, $126 today. That's about a 20 PE, but that's backward looking. So you tell me, what do you think this thing should be valued at?
This is not investment advice, but I think this should be a $250 stock. And I put that in the case, if you look at the camp of companies like Coke and Disney and Caterpillar, the companies now trade at a 30 multiple. Apple's trading at a 21 multiple. And if you put a 30 multiple on what I think is going to be 2024 earnings, you get a much higher stock. And so I'm still very optimistic.
How much of that is dependent on just what might be the base case of what the devices and products that we know about versus the prospect of new products? We've talked about cars forever. We were talking earlier, I don't know if you were listening to the program, this article in The Information that talks about their new AR, VR headset that they may be introducing at what seems like a very high price point. I'm very optimistic long-term about the technology, but I don't know if some of these things, at least in the very short term, are going to work.
Yeah, my optimism around where the stock can go ultimately is not based on that. I think that you can get even more upside based on the car or some mixed reality headset. I'm not optimistic that the mixed reality headset's going to have any impact on the business probably over the next 2 to 3 years, 5 years, maybe even potentially. Long term, it's there. This car piece is something that I just kind of walk up to the line. I don't want to step over the line given some of my history and products. And so, but I do think Apple wants to build a car. Yes, this is going to be a tough year for EVs, but I think ultimately this is a massive market for Apple. That's not baked into some of my prognosis about where this could ultimately go.